So I'm really fascinated not only by the fact that you've got like screaming fans all over the country and you do amazing work, but by the fact that you have been working together for so long and you still like each other and speak to each other.
We have known each other for 37 years.
I sat on his head in the womb for 9 months. It makes you close.
Right.
But it's true. It's very easy for us. People say, oh, families shouldn't work together. We have a no BS policy. If there's something that's bugging us, we get it out now, and then it doesn't turn into more than it needs to be, and it's worked for 37 years.
That's healthy.
And it strikes me, you two seem like you're pretty laid back.
We are. My mom would kick my
help.
butt if I got an ego.
There
So
you go.
we're pretty laid back. We started our first business at 7 years old together. I mean, we were always doing something. You may think that sounds funny, but we actually started making these little decorative hangers, and we started selling them by the thousands when we were 7 years old.
7 years old, we had our little empire. We're overachievers.
Yes, we
Whoa.
are. Yeah.
Clearly. And who's the older twin?
I am. 4 minutes.
Can't you tell? Look
Yeah,
at those grays.
a little bit.
Look at those wrinkles.
The one best part about the two of you is you've turned these homes into beautiful homes, but you also understand the importance of creating a healthy home. And that's something we've been talking about on The Doctors for years.
It's so important.
So you guys have some tips in certain areas that maybe we don't think about. And I know one of your first tips is going to be in the garage.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they get so caught up in the beauty of the home. Oh, I love the kitchen, I love the closet. They don't realize there are small little things that could actually kill you if you don't focus on them. And one of the secret little silent killers in the garage is if you buy a house and in the garage you see that there's holes in the wall, holes in the drywall, gaps around the door, carbon monoxide can leak from a vehicle that you have running there, and there are hundreds of deaths a year from people who have bedrooms above a garage or bedrooms adjoining. So that's why it's code. You have to have all of those holes sealed, and it is so easy to seal, and that would solve the problem.
So just make sure there are no holes in that garage. I love that
good
one.
one.
Now
I
here's
don't love
something-
this topic.
No, this one is frightening, even if you're not talking about the health implications. Rodent infestation.
Yes.
I've actually opened up walls where we've found nests of thousands of rats. And we've found
In
everything.
the drywall?
In the
Hanging
drywall,
out?
in the floors, and everything. So the biggest thing you have to watch out for is usually you'll see signs. You'll see droppings around. They come out at night. Usually you'll hear scratching. When you're sleeping, you'll hear scratching the walls.
Yes.
If you hear these things or you smell a problem, you need to fix it right away. And one of the easiest things, again, is to walk around the perimeter of your house. And if there are any holes, seal them up, and it's usually electricians or plumbers who will leave a hole by accident. And
If you have the cable guy come, he's running some cable. A lot of times they'll just drill a hole
That
through the
cable
wall.
guy.
Yeah, and you may think
Cable guy!
it's just a little hole like this, but if you think about it, for mice, for example, their spines are flexible. They can actually they can fit through something that's less than half an inch big.
I'm literally thinking of where the cable comes into my home, and it's not connected, and there's literally a tube it goes into the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, I have rodents in. I gotta go.
We talk about just how the squirm factor there, but mice, their droppings, they can carry
toxic.
hantavirus,
Exactly.
their urine can carry something else called leptospirosis. This stat is not a fun fact, but in 1 week, a pair of mice can leave more than 1,000 droppings, which, for your information, is, I think, more than Dr. Drew Ordon does.
Yeah, we don't like that.
That's a lot of droppings.
Last but not
Yeah.
least, is I want to hit upon this one. I'm big on this. Someone who's dealt with asthma, allergens in the house. We don't think about it. Allergens, if they're around your house, you're literally walking into a sick home.
Exactly. A lot of people, you can walk into a house and smell when it's the musty smell, and people think, oh, it's a little bit of mildew on the windows or something. But no, if you smell something, there's something wrong. You need to deal with it. And also people think it's only black mold you hear about that's the toxic mold. You can't tell by looking at mold what kind of mold it is. Even an expert can't tell. You have to test it. If you ever find a problem, and if it's bigger, if you have a small spot, you can easily fix it. If you start to have a spot that's bigger than this in your house, you better take care of that right away, and you better get out of that house until it's fixed.
The biggest problem zone is always bathrooms. So if you go into a bathroom and you see little signs of anywhere where moisture is getting into the walls, I guarantee you're going to have a problem. So when you're doing a new bathroom, pay the extra $1,000 and do a membrane system, the whole thing. You will never have a mold problem.
The biggest thing we want to tell people is never cover something up to sell your house because you don't want to have the hassle of having to pay for it. Fix it. It's going to bite you in the butt in the end if you ever do that. We want to make sure that we're passing on beautiful homes and healthy homes to people.
They're like doctors of renovation.
And they actually have a new book out. It's called Dream Home, the Property Brothers Ultimate Guide to Finding and Fixing Your Perfect House. It's in stores now. And guess what? Everyone in the audience is going over the copy. Guys,
And to get Jonathan. I'll give you Jonathan with the book. Take her.
and Jonathan as well. We'll be right back.